Hello and welcome back to the Thal Sisters. Yes, we're back after our very long hiatus, but we still exist and we're here to provide you with wonderful content.
Yeah, this channel is still alive.
So if you watched our last episode on Crash Landing on You, good job. If you haven't, you can go back and watch it. But today's episode is more recommendations of shows made by the same production house that has made Crash Landing on You. Some of these shows are just as great and some even better.
The production house that created Crash Landing on You is called Studio Dragon, and they are committed and devoted to making top tier drama content for viewers around the globe, and that's something we can definitely vouch for. They have a large collection of shows that we have watched, and each of them has blown us away.
Like she said, there's a vast collection, so we've split up our recommendations across two videos. Part 1 will cover shows that have mythical plus science fiction, and Studio Dragon does a great job of combining Asian culture along with modernity in like super creative ways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the two categories like science fiction and mythical stories might seem a little absurd when put together, but it's actually not so weird in the Asian context, because down here in Asia we have a lot of legends and myths that are passed down through generations and centuries, and just like our mother used to say, legends and mythical stories are just a way of reflecting over life's learnings. So yeah,
Let's get started with our recommendations.
Zoned out and started looking in the directions.
So let me begin with our first show, which is Goblin, the lonely guardian / god / I don't know how many names it has, but it has multiple names. And just to let you know, all of these shows are available on Netflix, because a lot of you do ask us where can we watch these shows. They're all on Netflix. And it was a lovely show. It stars Gongyu. So all you Gongyu fans, you should definitely watch it. It's definitely mythical because there's a goblin who's a supernatural being with certain superpowers who's stuck in our world because of a curse, and the story takes you along how he needs to redeem himself and how he can get rid of this circle of life that he's stuck in.
Yeah, and add to this mix a really funny relationship, frenemy / bromance / rivalry kind of a relationship with a Grim Reaper, who is also a mythical creature, and that is played by Lee Dong-wook. I think they're one of the most popular bromances in K-drama till date. People still watch it for them.
It has a wonderful soundtrack, so that's something that is totally gripping.
The title track is so fun to watch. I think this was one of our first Studio Dragon experiences, which went on for many other shows where we just couldn't skip the 1 minute intro that they do. So,
yeah. The second show is King Eternal Monarch. This show has a parallel universe based theme, and if you have ever been a parallel universe
enthusiast, you'll really love it. And this one's a really good combination of mythical and science fiction. They combine legends of Korea, legends that they have fictionalized, with a very interesting scientific explanation of things. So that's
and the VFX is so beautiful that it's not glitchy, and we totally love the soundtrack for this show as well. And even the the graphics for the title track along with
same thing like Goblin.
It was so beautiful, like how they show the two realms and the forests and stuff like that. It was really wonderful to watch.
If any of you have ever watched an English show called Fringe, which was around similar parallel universe, weird fringe science themes, you'll definitely love the show. Sometimes we felt like the makers have watched Fringe because there were so many plot similarities. And another really fun thing was that we luckily watched King Eternal Monarch right after Goblin, and the director is the same, and then the production house is the same. So they have like a lot of Easter eggs in King Eternal Monarch that you'll notice immediately if you follow the sequence, and it's almost like it exists in a weird multiverse because Go-yoon is the main lead in both shows, and similar things happen in small weird ways.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So we'd suggest you watch it back to back as well, so you can catch these Easter eggs.
Yep.
Next show is Bride of Habeck. So Bride of Habeck is not the best show in the world, to be very honest, but you can watch it for Nam Jo Hyuk, the guy from Weightlifting Fairy. Again, like
Mythical kind of?
Yeah, where the world of the gods meets the world of the humans,
Yeah.
and how we're intertwined, and how we're affecting their world and they are affecting ours. And it's
A love story again, very typical Greek mythology sort of love story where human and god fall in love with each other and blah blah blah. So we won't give you the plot, but if you are a Greek mythology enthusiast like many people are, you will definitely enjoy the show. And even though we said it's not the best show, it is enjoyable. It's not a badly made show. It's just a little older, so the VFX is not that great.
not that great, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there are gods and demigods and humans and our age-old relationship and stuff like that. So,
And really fun actors. All
Yeah.
of the cast members were really funny. So
they've done a good. They've done justice to the fact that there's romance, there's suspense, there's a thriller, and
thriller,
yeah, humor, of course.
action kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You should watch it. Wait, here I'm like switching.
Our last recommendation in this
Category.
part one of Studio Dragon shows is Memories of Alhambra.
Yeah, we have a lot of mixed feelings about this show. This is the most recent Studio Dragon show that we've watched, and I think we had to take a break from K-dramas because we were
So disappointed, agitated,
bothered
yeah.
by the whole situation. But the reason it's on this is because it is a very interesting storyline. I think that's why we kept watching it.
We were hooked, and obviously
Yeah.
these are an hour or an hour
plus.
and whatever X number of minutes long each episode.
Yeah.
But the first 6 episodes were so gripping that we just could not stop watching. We
Yeah.
had to know what was going on, and of course we have Hyunbin on the show.
Yeah, all you Crash Landing enthusiasts and old school Hyunbin fans, this is definitely before we start giving you
Bashing on the
bashing
show.
on the show, definitely want to stress on the point that this is one of Hyunbin's nicest performances. It also was a really long filming process, so just for the sake of his incredible performance, we'll encourage you to watch it. But the only the first 6 episodes are pretty interesting.
Fantastic.
After that, the writing really does not do any justice to what it had promised. And getting into the plot, to give you a gist, it's again a very weird combination of mythical plus science fiction, because the story is based on an augmented reality video game, which is extremely relevant in today's time. That's something that is really booming right now.
A lot of the show has been shot in Spain, in a city called Granada. And the locations and
It's beautiful.
everything is really great.
Yeah.
And you can hear Park Shin-hye talking in Spanish, and it's
Yeah,
adorable.
it's really good. And another character that you can watch it for is Shanyol from EXO. So all of you K-pop EXO fans, anybody out there, definitely you can catch the show for him, for glimpses of him.
Mr. Troublemaker, yes.
Yeah.
But we'd love to get into a conversation and discussion with you guys if you finish watching it and you have the same concerns as us as to why there were so many loopholes in the story, and why, which is
Yeah.
very absurd because K-dramas always close all the
promise.
loops.
Yeah.
And this show just left everything open-ended, and I think that
It was very frustrating.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a good way of loop.
yeah,
all
where
ending.
you're like, okay, maybe this has happened, or maybe
I
that
think
has
we
happened.
can shoot an entire podcast talking about how much we have to say about memories of Alhambra.
Yeah, we were very hurt. If you guys, any makers of Memories of Alhambra, if you all are watching this YouTube video, we would like some answers, please.
Yeah, let's chat. So that was it for the first part of this video. We'll be releasing part 2 soon. So in the meanwhile, catch these 4 shows. Let us know what you think in the comments. Share it with your friends, please. And have a great time. Bye.